Hey everybody, welcome to the virtual knit night, and I am just here hanging out for a little bit. I was checking out just to make sure the audio was good. I'm running a little bit later than usual, and looks like we are a little bit pixelated for the moment, but that should resolve itself in just a second. Hey Akila, how are you? Thanks for popping in to say hi. Sorry, I am just getting started, so I'm still adjusting everything. And I seem to have misplaced my yarn. Uh, I'm good. I'm tired. I had a pretty long day today. So, yeah, I had to come home and record my podcast. So, so yeah, I've been running around for the past couple minutes. I guess I'm not going to work on this then since I don't have the yarn I need. What have you been knitting on lately? Yes, but it pays the bills.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Aldia. How are you doing today? All right. I am working on this chain sweater, which is just a summer cropped sweater, and I love his patterns. I really like the construction that he does and the work that he does with color. But one thing I've noticed is that he seems to have a lot of similar things to Stephen West, and I don't know. Yeah. Let me. I will. Crap. I can't. I don't have my phone. I would Instagram you the Hangout link, but my phone is being used as my camera right now. How can I? You know what? I think I can. I'm gonna try to send it to you through YouTube, through the YouTube messaging. See if I can do it that way. Um, no. Okay, yeah, I'll add you onto my distribution list for next time. But I did just message you through YouTube, so hopefully it'll work out. But what I was saying about Josh was that I don't know if it's just a matter of inspiration, if it's an honest um, sort of design aesthetic. Like I'm not really sure, or if it's just merely copying. I'm not 100%, but I do like the work that he does. And I think the one hat pattern, I forget the name of it, but I think his approach to the construction was really really good. Let me look it up and see what you're looking at. Typhoon. Oh yeah, that is cool. Interesting. Oh, is that sideways? Oh, it uses short rows and garter. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. Since I seem to have more success with the mostly garter shawls lately, I think I might have to try it out. Add it to my list. Okay, cool. Who'd you get the yarn from, the self striping? Hey, Aldia.
Hey, I was trying to see if it would work.
If you could get what to work?
My headphones.
Oh, they don't work.
No, the microphone part isn't working.
Gotcha. Are you using your computer or your cell phone?
My computer.
You can set in the Google Hangout settings, you can set it so that the microphone is your computer microphone. And it can still have the speaker will still be your headphones.
Let me check that.
That's always good to be able to use yarn you've had around for a while. I haven't heard of that shop before, but I'll check it out. I just finished my socks that I was making out of self-striping yarn, and it's definitely a lot of fun to use. Did you work it out, Aldia?
No, I don't. I tried to look in the settings. I couldn't find it, so I'll just fiddle with it later.
All right.
The green socks that I were making were too big,
Okay.
so I took them out. And this sock, I tried to put it on, and it's too small.
Oh, okay. Did you try putting it on waste yarn and soaking it?
No.
To see how much it would grow to once it was blocked?
No, I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, I was disappointed, and I don't know if I should continue doing this one. I mean, I might just continue it and give it to someone.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
That's up to you, I think.
Well, I mean, I want to finish some socks. You know, my first pair.
Yeah.
I want it to be for me, but if I can't figure out how to make it my size, I at least want to do the, one pair.
You don't want to take them out and make them bigger?
Well, I'm doing the large size. So I don't know how I would make it any larger than what the pattern large size is?
You'd have to figure out what lace uh the lace stitch count, and you can make it wider by repeat, or you can always add like a column of knit stitches on either side too.
That could work. I think I'm just
Thank
going
you.
to finish these
Yeah,
and then try and make the other ones my size so they'll fit me.
the green ones.
Yeah, because the other pattern is simpler.
Right. All right. Well, my feet are 8.25 inches long. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but Akila agrees with me that you should try to put it on waste yarn and block it.
Okay. I guess I just thought I would do it and it would automatically fit, but next time I'll definitely try doing a gauge.
Yeah. I'm like diametrically opposed to gauge swatches.
It's just like, I don't know. It would help with the sock knitting, definitely, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way for me to tell if the measurements are actually going to be what's in the pattern.
Right. Nope, exactly. That's the purpose of a gauge.
And also this sock pattern gives me the finished.
Aldia, she was saying that adding stitches on the side was a good suggestion to make it bigger.
True.
Instead of trying to fiddle with the lace. But yeah, you can just make whenever you do make your gauge swatch, make it in the round.
Okay. But
so honestly, also, go ahead.
This pattern has it gives me the finished foot length, right?
Mhm.
But the other pattern gave me a foot circumference.
Well, you need to know both. So right now, the reason your sock doesn't fit is because the circumference isn't large enough. But I wish I had my socks with me. The length that you make the foot is determined by the foot length. So you need to know both. It's like, remember those mittens when you had to know the palm circumference and the hand size? Like you had to measure your palm around and know the length?
No, I didn't. Was I supposed to do that? Because I didn't.
All right, Akila, have a good night. Thank you for popping in to hang out with us for a second. Sorry, Aldia, what'd you say?
I said, was I supposed to do that? Because I didn't for the mittens.
Do what?
Measure my hand circumference.
Well, you asked me about it. I thought you did.
Well, that was because I tried on the half of it and it didn't fit, but that was after it was already done.
Lord.
I think maybe if I block those mittens, they'll fit. It was just like if I stretched it, it fit, but not like just as they were.
Okay. Well, girl, I don't know what to tell you.
I wanted to work on my blanket, but it's currently in the car as my emergency knitting.
Mm-hmm. A blanket is your emergency knitting?
Yes, because I'm only doing it a square at a time, so it's not too much.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to finish this, but I misplaced the yarn that I was working with, and now I don't know where it is. Because I thought I had left it in here when I went to record the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But let me run and take 5 seconds and see if I can find it real quick.
All right.
Oh shit! Oops.
Ooh,
All right. Well, I
well,
need to fix that too. My camera just popped out.
of the tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I need to switch next week. I'll have to switch to the other one.
Brooke,
Huh?
were you playing that music?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out because my phone is freaking out.
All right.
It keeps telling me I'm already in a call, but I'm not in a call. Oh, here we go. Ugh. We are just having a little bit of difficulties. Ugh. All right, here we go. We are back in action. Nope, that's the wrong camera.
You found who you are?
Yeah, I found it.
This pattern is kind of hard to do because I'm like extremely tired.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm extremely tired too.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go work out though.
That's good. I have to go work out in the morning.
Okay. How's your blanket coming along?
I haven't really been working on it. I added like one color to my scrappy one, and then the the Pharaoh one I've barely touched.
I think I was a little over ambitious when I chose pattern choice.
Mhm. Why is that?
It's just kind of difficult.
That's your lace sock?
Yeah. It's like I can't memorize the rows, so I have to look every single time I'm doing something different.
Mhm. How many different? Is it a chart or is it a Is it a chart or just words?
It's just a pattern repeat, a different repeat for every 6 rows.
Okay.
So like the first one is purl 1, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 2, repeat until you finish the first round.
Mhm.
And then the second round's different, third round's different, fourth round's different, fifth round's different.
Right.
And actually, it looks like I have a hole here, and I'm not sure why. I think this might have been my. Oh, okay. Never mind. It was just a loose yarn over.
Yeah. Man, I'm hungry.
Same. What's for dinner?
Well, for lunch I bought a grilled chicken, burger, and fries, and I only ate the fries at lunch because I didn't have an appetite. And then around 3, I ate the burger, and then when I got home, I ate a RX bar, and that should be enough calories, but I'm hungry, so I don't know.
I'm gonna have a salad for
Ew.
dinner.
Ugh. Honestly, as much as I hate salad, I probably need to eat some.
The salad is good for me because it keeps my digestion going how it should be. Because a lot of times I don't eat as much as I should. Like today, I didn't eat anything until I just ate a bag of chips because I needed something quick.
Mhm.
A little bag.
And you do your meal prep with your salads.
Yeah. I still do my breakfast meal prep too.
Mhm.
I think what I'm going to do is rewrite this pattern on a bigger piece of paper because
Oh.
the writing is so small. I look back at it as I'm knitting, and I might be doing the wrong part.
You hand wrote it?
Huh?
You hand wrote it? Or you
No,
printed it out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to handwrite it because the writing is too small.
You also could make a like a little chart of like each repeat in the columns, and then how many times you have to do it in the rows, and check off each one.
Yeah, I think that would be easier too.
Did you already rip out the green ones?
Yeah, I did. I tried to pull it back to where I would have had enough stitches. But for some reason the number was off, so I decided I would just restart those.
Yeah. But you know how many stitches you should have based on your original gauge?
I don't, but I do know that it's not 84, I think, which was what it was. That's way too big.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying.
But that's what the pattern says.
Yeah. Well, like my socks I just finished, those were...
Actually, like, I didn't understand, like, if it was supposed to be a loose sock or something, but I wanted it to be a small instead of doing the large size.
Right. Well, how the sock fits is up to you. But if the actual foot part doesn't fit, then the sock will slide down and be uncomfortable.
Right.
So, but what I was saying was like my socks I just did were 52 stitches. So 84 is like pretty substantial. Unless you're like the world's tightest knitter.
And I looked in the book, and the other patterns had more reasonable stitch numbers than that one, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Yeah, maybe it was a typo. But then there also are people who really have feet that are that big.
But what was it? Where's that pattern? I don't know where the pattern is currently, so I can't look at it. But the foot, I told you that one gives you the foot circumference, right? The foot circumference on the large size was smaller than my actual foot circumference.
Yeah, there must be something wrong with that. And then since it's a book, it's like not the most updated one, you know?
Yeah, I think there is with that pattern, but I'm definitely gonna try again. I also need to get some size 0 needles. Because I was knitting with size 1, and I want to try size 0 and see how it turns out.
Right. What size are your DPNs?
They are size 2. And these are the only ones that I have. Where's Rolo at?
He's right here under this table.
He hasn't made his appearance yet.
Well, I started recording the podcast, and he came leaping in the room and jumped on the bench.
Of course. He has to make his cameo.
Right.
Hey, Brooke, I'm mad at you.
Why?
Because I told you to cut that part out of the vlog and you didn't.
That's funny. I'm just checking back in to make sure that we're still good to go with the
Streaming.
yeah. All right, yeah, we're good. Hooey. Have you watched any good TV this week?
Mm,
And I guess by this week I mean yesterday.
no, not really.
Yeah.
I did watch an episode of Catfish though.
Mhm.
Last week,
Mhm.
and the guy, it was a black guy, and he put a profile picture of a white guy on the dating site.
Mhm.
And they were talking and talking, and this was for 3 months. He asked the girl to marry him, and she said yes. Okay. So the girl who wrote in the Catfish, she lied and said that they had been talking for like a year or something. And when Neve and Max came in, she said that they'd only been talking for 3 months. So when she went to meet the guy, her and Max were like, "Oh, he's kind of good looking. Why did he lie about his picture?"
Right.
And he apologizes. She accepts it. He gets on his knees and begs her to ask her if she still wants to marry him, and she says yes.
What?
And, and then they they go to meet his family, his sister and his cousin, and his sister. I think it was his sister, and she was mad that he was hiding his profile. Or like basically putting someone else's picture on there.
Right.
And hiding it from the family, because if he wanted to be engaged to her, why didn't he tell her that?
Right.
So they did the 2-month update, and they were both in Washington State together.
Really? So they were still together and in their update?
Yeah, like they might have been living together.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad it worked out though for them. I mean, I don't know that I would be that easy just to forgive somebody for impersonating someone else, even if they were still attracted to me, you know?
Right.
But I guess that girl, she was just so in love with his personality that it didn't really matter what he looked like or who he was at all.
I guess. How old was this person?
I don't remember their ages. But Neve and Max were shocked.
Yeah.
They said that was the second time in their like 8 seasons or something that someone has been catfished and still like stayed with the catfish person.
That's nuts.
Yeah. But it was a good episode. I'm glad it had a happy ending, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, girl. Um, what was I gonna say?
Oh, I want to try that workout video. I'm gonna have to. You reminded me. I have to look her up on YouTube again so I can watch her and try and work out to her video.
Kiara Lachey.
Yeah, but I want to turn my own music on.
Turn up.
Yeah,
I should try
you sent me,
that. Let's do that
What'd
on
you
the
say?
live stream instead of knitting.
The workout video?
Yeah.
The workout dance along?
Yes. WWE Divas came back into season in April, so I started watching those episodes. I like that show.
I haven't seen it. What network does it come
on? E.
So it might actually have the episodes online then.
Yeah, they are. That's how I watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check them out.
Yeah. I'm gonna start saying sheesh. I can't even do it right.
I want to add that to my vocabulary too. I'm gonna put that on my daily goals to use sheesh at least 5 times daily.
Right.
How did you like the movie?
What movie?
Fast and Furious.
Oh, it was good. I'm glad they didn't make him a bad guy.
Make who?
Vin Diesel's character.
Oh, well, he was a little bit of the bad guy.
But it was for a purpose, to save his family.
Yeah. I'm just ready for that lady to stop being the villain. We need a new villain.
Well, this is the first time we've seen her in this series.
Wasn't she? I could have sworn I'd seen her in one of the previous movies. Was she not in there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, that'll be quick to verify on the whatchamacallit.
I don't know how to spell her first name.
Charlize, Charlize.
Okay. Let's see if she has a Wikipedia page. No, she looks so nice in her picture. In the movie, she looks so mean. I guess she played the role well, right? That's what they say.
Right. It's so stupid dreadlocks. Roly poly only. Rolo's KTFO.
I guess she wasn't in any of the other ones as a villain. Was she the villain in The Huntsman?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been what I was thinking about. But I do think that little baby was a breakout actor. He was too cute.
Yeah. He was a good actor, baby, because he, like, made a lot of noises and faces. J-Lo would be a good actor, baby.
Yeah, she would.
Jax wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. Like the last vlog that was before this one,
Mm-hmm.
he was laying on the bed and just screaming for no reason.
Just because he wanted to?
Yeah, no, he was just screaming for no reason at Jayla, I think, just to irritate her.
Not shocked. But he literally was born angry.
Yeah.
That takes resting bitch face to a whole new level.
That's like a meme mug.
Yeah.
I'm interested to watch her vlog and see how they act on the plane.
Mhm. Yeah, that actually made me interested in checking her back out, but I still didn't. No. So that artist Kyle Edwards has like some albums.
He does?
Yeah. On Rhapsody.
Right.
It was weird talking to Aquila through the chat.
I mean, I can't see the chat because I'm on Hangouts.
Right. The live streamers make it look so easy.
Right.
I'm like literally sitting here talking to nobody. Or I was. I'm just gonna act like I'm talking to Rolo. Rolo the Trollo.
How's his leg doing?
It's okay. It's less red. I've been putting lotion on it. He still licks it though. Whenever I see him licking it though, I tell him to stop. And then he goes in his cave so he can have some privacy.
That's where he went?
Yeah.
Rolo's unbothered.
Right. And then I was trying to get him to come back out and he ignored me.
That's how he was when he was mad because you weren't coming back.
When?
When you left him.
Oh, when he was pouting?
Yeah, he was mad at me. I was calling him and everything. He would not come to me at all. He's a little emotional poo.
He is. In his old age. So I think he must have just been really anxious or something, and that's why he peed on my pillows.
Yeah, it could be.
One of the girls at work was saying that might be where he felt most comfortable.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because he can't go under the bed anymore because I have boxes under there.
Right.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
So, do you think I should eat before the gym or after?
Probably eat a little bit before. And then after. Like, I would probably eat right now. When are you planning to go?
As soon as I get off here, I'm just going to get dressed and head to the gym.
Then if you're planning to eat your full dinner, I would go ahead and eat so that you can whatchamacallit, digest it before time.
Right. Because when I come back, it's going to be too late to eat.
Yeah. I personally have to work out on an empty stomach because it makes me feel sick. But yeah.
I'll probably just grab some protein and keep it moving because I have some chicken breast that's already made. Just eat some of that and grab a bottle of water and just do a light workout. Nothing too heavy since I didn't eat enough today.
Right. Or instead of going to the gym, you can do Kiera Lachey.
I could do that too. That would be more fun.
Yeah. Shit, I should do the same.
The funny thing about her videos, though, she makes it look so easy, and it's like actually kind of hard to do.
Right. Like that time we were trying to do that dance challenge and we were out of breath.
Exactly.
What are you getting me for my birthday?
I can't tell you. But I can tell you I already have one thing. My coworker and I were just talking about that earlier, how I can't hold the secret in. I want to tell you what I got you or what I'm giving you ahead of time. But I'm going to try my hardest just to keep it in. What is that you're working on?
This is a shawl. It's the green shawl I was working on before. It just looks black because the lighting is poor. The one with the lace in it.
Gotcha.
I added a pink stripe to it. And then I'm just going to do this last green section. And then I think I'm going to cast it off and be done with it. Hopefully it'll be big enough. It's hard to tell because I can't stretch it out.
Right.
Will be disappointing though if it's not big enough. But like that's half of it, and it's not blocked, and I can stretch it out pretty far.
Looks like it'll be big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Not really to be like a schlanket, but just to be like cute.
I like your Instagram post.
Thanks. My boo.
So he's performing again here on May 20th, and the tickets aren't sold out, so I'm gonna get another ticket and go again.
You should. That's funny. They'll probably show that kid more though, because he's from Richmond.
Yeah, I could do less of him and more Trey Songz.
Yeah, I agree. But it's good to see him in a mentorship role.
True.
I think that shows maturity, like to like give up part of your show to try to help somebody new.
Right, and I watched this interview of him on The Breakfast Club, and he did like a month ago, and he was talking about how he Drake was doing the same thing with Drake, and who else was he doing that with?
Doing what?
He was talking about some other people that back in the day he had started out with and helped them get their start.
Oh, okay. And now they're famous.
Yeah, and he said that he when he looked all clean cut was because he was trying to fit other people's expectations, and that he's done doing that now, and he just wants to fulfill his own expectations. You know what I'm saying? So if he wants to look scruffy, he's gonna look scruffy.
That's fine.
But
the whole audience will still be singing every word of every song.
that was a little bit annoying, but I understand because we all know all the words anyway.
Right. And it wasn't like Beyonce's where the music was too loud, so you couldn't hear everybody else. Hear 30,000 people singing Beyonce.
It was like, because the music wasn't too loud, but you could still hear it, and you could still hear his voice prominently,
right?
Even though everybody in the audience was screaming the lyrics.
Right. What I was wondering is if he tells all the groups that they sound good, or if we just sounded good.
He probably tells them all.
Sheesh. I don't say it as nice as he does.
Yeah, sheesh. We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah. You go take some notes when you go see his show this weekend. How much are the tickets?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked yet.
Oh.
Did you see the episode of him on the Steve Harvey show?
No, I don't watch that asshole.
Well, Steve Harvey was trying to set him up with 3 girls. It was like a blind date. So he had 3 girls sit on the stage and he was asking them questions, but they didn't know who the potential date was. So after he asked them the questions, he brought out Trey Songz, and then Trey Songz asked them some questions, and then he chose a girl.
Did they go on a date?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to go on a date. I'm not sure if they actually did or not. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm pretty sure he took her on the date.
I know they died when they found out who it was.
Right.
Did she scream?
No, nobody screamed. All nervous answering the questions, because when Steve was asking them, they were all confident, but when Trey Songz asked them the questions, they were, stuttering up a little bit.
Oh, they recognized his voice?
No, Steve asked him 3 questions first.
Yeah.
And then he brought Trey Songz out, and Trey Songz asked him 2 questions.
Oh, so they could see him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'd be nervous too. Shaking in my boots.
So Brooke, one of the girls on who was one of the contestants or whatever, the potential daters, and this is actually the girl he chose. She said that she works in LA as a fit model for Beyonce's body, because Beyonce's too busy to be trying on her own clothes to see if they'll fit. So she's the one who tries on Beyonce's clothes.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yep. And so she's like a model, but she said that she can cook a 7-cheese mac and cheese and banana pudding. So I think that's why Trey chose her.
Well, if she's in the industry, she's probably a decent fit.
All of the ladies up there were like, they gave some good answers. They had good careers. They all were choices.
That's good.
Yep. It was funny because the girl in the middle, Trey Songz was saying that he's like a little bit of OCD, so he'll go in my house, like the area where people see is always clean, but his room may not always be clean. And he asked them what their rooms or house looked like if he came in.
Spotless.
The girl in the middle, she was saying mirrors to remind her, but before she could finish, Trey said, "Well, where is this wall of mirrors?"
Right.
The bed. And she said, "Well, it's just a wall of mirrors." And he said, "Well, where is it?"
What do you mean? It's one of 4 walls. What's so complicated?
Well, he wanted to see in perspective to the bed. Where was it? Like in front of the bed, to the side, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "It's just a wall of mirrors." And on that note, I have a devotional on my side table.
Lord, no, she's not the right one.
She said she's a preacher's kid, and she has devotional on her side table.
Hell no. Bye. Next. What did they say in response to that?
They were all laughing.
Right, she tried to act like she's not freak nasty in that mirror, but you know she is.
She looked like she was out of breath. Like so nervous. It was funny. So what you call it? I only watched it for Trey Songz because Steve is irritating, and he made all these faces, and his teeth don't look right to me.
Steve Harvey, are they too perfect and white and large?
Yeah.
And horse teeth. I'm starving. Did the show renew your fandom?
Of Trey Songz?
Yes.
I don't really fan out for anybody anymore. I don't know why or when I fell off. And I think I stopped listening to his music because it's too slow. Or it's not too slow, but I just like somehow along the way I made a preference for fast music.
Right.
A little more. I like it. I mean, I love his new album that's out, and I need to integrate my slow music that I like with my fast music. Because I've been missing out on so many good songs. But in the interview with him on the Breakfast Club, he seemed rather blunt. So I don't know if he was irritated or if he's just that way all the time. But I thought it was interesting because I never watched any interviews. So
yeah.
Well, and I can send it to you. It's a good watch. He definitely speaks very intelligently.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
All right, let me send it to you.
I definitely have respect though for the fact that he can actually sing.
Yeah, he definitely can. I think also he prides himself in staying true to himself as far as R&B versus trying to make crossover music.
Right. That's important. Authenticity is very important.
Right. But I also, here's the other thing I wanted to say. He seems his album, like he said multiple times, that just because he writes a song about something doesn't mean that he's obsessing over it. It's just, in the back of the mind, or it might be something that he has felt at one time. Like in particular, the song where he's talking about his mom wants another grandchild. People think that, he's having a midlife crisis, or he wants to settle down and needs to have a baby now, but he said that that's not how he feels. It's just how he feels sometimes, not all the time.
Right. Well, nobody feels the same way all the time.
I have never thought about it like that, you know?
Yeah. Does he write most of his music?
Yeah, he does. Ask him what was his song number one fan about. Was it about a specific fan? Or
I
and
think.
he wouldn't answer the question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, cause part of it is like, one, it's a great song for show performance, but then it's also like your really significant other is your number one fan. It's not like literally a fan. You know what I mean?
True. It could be interpreted either way. But I
Right.
know in another interview he was saying that he wouldn't rule out having a relationship with someone who is his fan because he has so many fans. So it would be likely that he meets would already know who he is.
Yeah. Right.
So that person may have preconceived expectations based on his image.
Right.
But yeah, Brooke, you should definitely watch it and text me what you think about it.
I will.
But I'm gonna go because I need to go ahead and hit the gym so I can be back in a reasonable time.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks for hanging
All right,
out with
I'll see
me.
you.
All right, see ya. All right, so I guess this is the moment when I just talk to myself. Rolo, stop. Rolo, no. He was licking on his paw. But yeah, those of you who are not watching this live and made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me a little bit. Definitely comment and let me know what you are working on. I'm working on the Reina shawl, and this is for the Lime Along 2017 being hosted by the Thistle Hollow, which is who is Evelyn, who joins us sometimes. And yeah, I'm just trying to finish up this last section of green garter, which you guys can't see because my lighting is not great. Um, but yeah, once I finish these 12 rows of garter, then I'm gonna bind off and be finished. Thankfully, and that means I can cast on something else. also one thing I do kind of obsessively is search through Ravelry for patterns and try to queue up patterns that I like, partly because I do a weekly pattern recommendation um, for in my weekly newsletter for Felice Fun, but also just because I love seeing the creativity and inspiration. That's also why I love that my Instagram feed is just filled with knitting stuff and colorful projects and colorful yarn. So, but yeah, earlier, if you're jumping into the middle of this, earlier Akila was on and chatting with me, and she mentioned that she's working on the Typhoon Shawl by Josh Ricks, and it's actually really cool. It goes between garter with eyelets and then short rows knit with a self-striping yarn, and that can be any variegated yarn. Uh, it looks like, and so the stripes in the shawl go this way, but then in each section it'll have the stripes going this way. So I thought that was really cool, and actually would like to try one of those. I am working to build up some shop samples for the shows that I'll be doing, and also to do a lookbook for my website. And so I think that's a great option um, to show off the colors, and I think I also am going to make that my featured pattern for this week, because it's exactly what I look for in my featured patterns, are patterns that will show off the striping of the yarn in a really unique and cool way. One podcast that I was watching, geez, I wish I remembered the name of it, but she interviewed a knitwear designer. Let me try to find her name. Uh, Woolly Wormhead. It was an interview of Woolly Wormhead, who calls herself the hat architect, and so all of her hats are knit sideways and have interesting construction. What's interesting though is that in her patterns, she doesn't really use a very variegated yarn, even though all of her hats are actually knit sideways. So yeah, I'm just popping into um, the projects. I just wanted to see what people were. But yeah, so it has the stripes going this way in a circle in the specific one that I'm looking at. But I also wanted to check out one of her patterns for that too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out here for about like 15 more minutes. Try to get as much done as possible on this thing. One thing I do love though is, for years I've been watching gaming live streamers. Um, the first one who I watched was Cowley, and I still follow him. I'm not subscribed to his Twitch anymore, but I watched him when he was just on YouTube. And I guess the game makes it a little bit easier to fill in the space, but it's definitely an interesting experience to not literally be talking to someone or to be talking to a chat. Um, but yeah, we are, all of this has a purpose. I would like to be able to create more content and to create creative content and content with a lifestyle and craft focus. So that's why I'm doing the Who Can, because that fits into that category, and hopefully it can grow um, into more over time. And definitely, if you are watching this back after the live recording, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to us ramble on about anything and everything and nothing all at the same time. Um, yeah, I think this week my camera's a little bit further back than it had been, so you guys can get more review of my painting I have behind me that I painted. It is based off of an image from the night that, from the day that we graduated. We stayed up all night and watched the sunrise at the Lincoln Memorial. Um, so yeah, that was fun. Definitely a highlight of my college experience. The whole last semester of senior year was great because it's that at that time when you really figure out how to be a student and how to get your work done efficiently and effectively. Uh, and then of course everyone's over 21. I think that spring was warm, so I had a lot of time on the roof and all that, and working on developing some friendships. So yeah, and those people I'm actually still friends with to this day, which is only 3 years later. But better than the other people who haven't made it this far or who I was never friends with for that long. So yeah. But yeah, lately I've been feeling like I just want to just get things off of the needles because I have so many things that are like kind of an obligation, and I'm not like just sitting down and taking time to enjoy it. Like the thing I probably just enjoy like that is my my scrap blanket, which I just knit when I'm like watching YouTube before I go to sleep, just to be doing something that I don't have to look at or think about or keep track of anything with. Um, and I like all the different colors. But yeah, I have had a long day. I gotta get up in the morning and go to the gym and work out. I just keep psyching myself out of it, and it's not really that big of a deal. It's funny because it's like I feel better when I'm losing weight. I feel better when I go to the gym, when I'm lifting more, when your muscles get bigger. Um, but I've been the past few weeks I've been going to a Friday boot camp class, but like I was from like September through January, I was going 6 days a week, and then previously to that, it was from July through like April where I was going 6 days a week, and then pause because life got a bit hectic, and I used it as an excuse. But it sucks because I was 4 pounds away from my goal, my first goal of being under 200 pounds, which is just like so frustrating. But that's the past, and all I can do right now is try to move towards the future, which is one of my goals, is to finally get past that, and then I can just keep going down, get past to my weight before my first bout of depression where I gained 60 pounds, and then from there work to find and figure out what's healthy for me, um, and how I like to look. But yeah, I just like, it's hard. But I finally landed on like a formula that works on a diet that's sustainable for me and that, I can do, and then also on the exercise side. And definitely not drinking is a must, which I haven't. It's been 2 months now. I think probably like today might be 2 months. And yeah, going strong with that. Because basically, I have a pretty sensitive stomach, and so the alcohol was contributing to kind of a constant state of inflammation, which got to the point where the culmination of my diet, um, the amount of coffee I was drinking, and then um, drinking alcohol too, I ended up getting sick to where I was throwing up like for like a good whole day. And it's not even like I drank that much because I don't volume wise at one time, but it was like at least every other day or like 4 or 5 days out of the week, which is way too much. And it's just like a habit, not even anything else. So that's good, but now I've replaced it with sugar is the new issue. Um, so yeah, I'll figure it out eventually. You guys will see me get skinty. One thing I did find interesting is how Amy of Stranded was able to lose weight. She said she did Weight Watchers, but it's interesting to see over the period of her podcast, which only started in like September of last year, she lost weight. Like she looks significantly different, which is cool. But yeah, thankfully I have landed on a a setup here for the VPN that works pretty well. Took a few weeks of trial and error. Of course, it'll be a lot better once I get a better camera, but there's only so much I can do about that. Or not even better, just a camera. It's funny because I say it's 8 to 10. I think we've only made it till almost 10 once. So I usually get too tired because I usually am in bed by 10 and probably asleep by 10:30. But um, if the midnight is bumping, then I definitely would want to stay for the full 2 hours to hang out and chat and get some good work done on some knitting. just gonna finish this row. Which is number 7 out of 12 for this section before I'll be done. So, oh my god, can you imagine my make a long story short blanket when it gets to its middle length and it's the longest? Oh my god, it's gonna be a lot. Really show the podcast every week. Oh, I did one row. I hit like a million stitches. That's how I'm feeling right now about this. And of course, I'm like, not. I keep telling myself I want to like slow down with knitting projects and not add more stuff where there's a deadline to it, so I don't even enjoy it. I'm just focused on finishing it. But then I'm like mentally constantly adding to the list of things that have a deadline, which is interesting. Alright, well, obviously it's my bedtime. I need to log off here so I can go grab my laundry and try to finish this up and watch a YouTube video or something and go to bed so I can get up early and go to the gym. So if you made it this far, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to those of you who tuned into the live stream while we were live. I had fun chatting with you guys and chatting with Aldia. And if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. And the notification bell next to the subscribe button will make sure that you get a notification every time I upload a video, which is pretty often as of late, which is great. I'm definitely very excited about the journey that I'm on. What else? I think that's it. But right now I'm hungry and tired, so who knows? I'm probably missing something. But yeah, we do this every week from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The 10 is a little bit loose. Today the 10 is actually 9:30. But yeah, I definitely am always on time on the front end. And like I said, as always, thank you so much for watching. I love the community that I have started to develop here over the past month or so, and I'm looking forward to continuing to develop that and continuing to meet more cool and awesome people. So yeah, everybody have a good night. Have a great rest of your week. It's almost the weekend, depending on how you look at it. Have a good night.